brothers, to the rites of passage for this Wednesday. So far, we've had some really good speakers. Obviously, myself. Yeah, all right. And then we actually had brother Jabari. He spoke on manhood. We'd like to give that brother manhood. Then we had brother Doheen that talked about brotherhood. And then last week we had Baba JJ. Okay, and today it's really a blessing to have the brother that's going to be speaking here today. You guys already know this brother, but knowing his knowledge and knowing his master of language, because that's what he talks about. He actually teaches language arts here, and he actually gets us to think about what words we're using. Because remember, as it says on the billboard here, you actually see once we hit the lights, you can see a little bit better. But words can either build or destroy. You can say something to somebody and make them mad, or you can say the very same thing, but it's using a different set of words that can cause either you to be friends with someone, or that person can be your foe, right? So your words are very, very important. Okay, this brother's about to come up here. He's not only a teacher, but he also is a conscious comedian. He also makes you think. He tells you those things that you just don't get right away sometimes. You may not get what he says to you until you're in your car and driving away like, that's what that brother was talking about. He's one of those deep type of brothers. He's also a very conscious brother. You know, he just doesn't look at what's in front of you. He looks what's deeper. Okay, so I want you guys to expand your mind. I want you guys to give a strong black hand to Brother Patrick Pratt.
For me? That was for me? Yeah. All them kind words you said was about me? Yeah. No, I had to be about somebody else. Okay. All right. Thank you for having me here today. I'm Patrick Pratt, and I come to talk to you about this forthcoming book I have called Remove from Vocabulary. The power of words, they can build or destroy. By me, STRAW, Brother Patrick Pratt. Now, the STRAW stands for Strategy of Awareness. That's an acronym. We're going to go through a list of phrases and words that are negative. I compiled this list by listening to my family talk, listening to my friends and their family talk, and just listening to people talk, and the negative reaction to these words and the effect of these phrases I observed over the years. And before I even became conscious, certain things occurred to me. And once I did become conscious, I realized that a lot of the things I already knew without even knowing that it was conscious. Let's look at the term, make me sick. First of all, you're giving someone else power to control your emotions. Oh man, y'all stop, man. Stop, see man, y'all make me sick. Really? Thank you for giving me the power. Let me see what else I can do to make you sick. Every day we come to school, I'm gonna needle you and bother you because you already told me. I can make you sick because I got control over you. Now, if you want to control your own emotions, do we control our emotions or do they control us?
They control our emotions.
We control our emotions.
I hear two totally different answers, and both of them are correct. When I was your age in school, they said the average person uses less than 10% of their brain capacity. The rest of it is waiting for us to use. If we remove these phrases and words that I'm about to present to you, then our brain capacity will move up because these are excuses. Okay? Make me sick is an excuse. So let's change that to, nah, let's tell the truth. Let me stop blaming you for my problems. No, you don't make me sick. I make myself sick when you don't act the way I want you to act. Well, let me stop making myself sick. You see, now you've taken the first step to not letting people control your emotions. Now, I've said this, but only for fun. I never really meant it. Oh man, people be teasing you, you know, you laugh at it, but you might get, man, y'all make me sick, but I don't really mean it. So if you say it and you don't really mean it, then that's fine. But if you really mean it, you really upset, then that's something you must remove from your vocabulary. The next term is really number one. I don't know. This is a lie. This is an excuse to fail. All of these are excuses to fail. We say, I don't know, and then still give you the answer. What kind of sense does that make? All of us have done it. I've even done it. Where's Mama? I don't know. She went to the store. See? Well, why did you say I don't know and you just give it the answer? I knew. I just didn't want to tell you. You see? Oh, those shoes are tight. How much did they cost? I don't know. About $100. See? What time we get out of school? I don't know. About 3:30 or 4. So I think our ego plays a trick on us where we want to take pressure off of ourselves. So in case we don't come up with the answer, then it's okay. I don't know. Now you're off the hook. Then you come up with the answer, and now you look crazy. I don't know. Now I know. Now replace I don't know with I'm not sure. Now you don't sound so crazy. I'm not sure. It's on the. Okay, now I got it. That makes more sense than I don't know. Now I know. You seem crazy, but I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay. If you think you don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not thinking about it right now, but you just say I don't know, you just giving up. And that's weak. So remove I don't know from your vocabulary and your brain capacity. But what if you really don't know? I'm not sure. Let me do some research on that. You know, when we learn in school, it's only a reminder of what we already know. That's why we go, ooh, yeah, wow, I get that. I understand that. It's already in us. Remember the brain capacity scale, it's already there. We're stuck down under 10. All of this is I don't know. And when you learn, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Everybody ever got that feeling? Yeah. When you learn something, that means it's already in you. The teacher teaches that which we need to know. We need to know it too. We're brushing up and reminding ourselves as we're teaching you. We're not smarter than you. We're just using more of our brain capacity than you are right now. You're going to surpass us. We want you to surpass us. We don't want to stay ahead of you. We're supposed to help you grow. Oh, yo, it's old school, yo, we can do schools and be better. Yes, we do. So take command of it. The next one, we've all said, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're sorry. Sorriest thing I've seen all week. The term is apologize. Apologize is 4 syllables. We're lazy when we speak. We'd rather just say the shortest way. Sorry, 2 syllables. If you don't want to say the 4-syllable word, I apologize, well, stop doing stuff when you got to apologize. Then you ain't got to say it. See, this makes you a perfectionist. People say this and don't really mean it. You ain't really sorry. You just sorry you got caught. You wouldn't have got caught, you wouldn't even do it. Yeah, I got away with it. I ain't sorry. No contrition, no contrition. So that's easy. You can remove that. I've said this before, but it's just about gone from my vocabulary. The last one, I don't know. I've said that before. It's about 99% gone. I still say it every now and then, but I have to catch myself. It's just about gone. So just work on it. If you catch yourself saying these things, that's okay. Don't get down on yourself. Don't get down on yourself. Just remind yourself and put yourself back on track. I can't. Yes, you can. You just don't want to. Man can't fly. Here's man. He flew to the ground. He still flew. You can do it. You just don't want to. So, yes, I can is a better phrase than no, I can't. You just don't want to do it most of the time. That's the easy one. Next, hate. Hate is a very, very big mistake. It rhymes with frustrate and aggravate, so we're gonna demonstrate why we should alleviate. Instead of hating, you should love, okay? It takes a whole lot of muscles and negative emotion to hate, and you deplete yourself of energy when you send out hate, and you're sending negative energy to yourself. So if you love, then you won't deplete yourself of that energy, and you'll come to realize that to hate on someone is to ignore what you have. Another word on here, we don't have one here, but it's jealousy. If you're jealous of what someone has, you're wasting what you have. So you need to realize what you have, then that way you won't hate or be jealous. And you have a lot. It don't have to be material items. Your frame of mind, your personality is more valuable than any piece of material items. You can have a bunch of material items, be affluent, be rich, and have no personality, and hardly have any friends because, you know, you're not cool. You're thinking that your material items make you instead of your personality. So remove that hate from your heart, and you know, most sicknesses come from our thoughts. Cancer, the metaphysical cause for cancer is inner hatred. So if you have inner hatred, you need to let it go so you won't catch no diseases. When you worry a lot, you get an ulcer. So you ain't supposed to worry either. See, if you have your mind together, no matter even if you're not a vegan, even if you eat everything that's supposed to be bad, there can be a vegan with a negative attitude and still get cancer and die before somebody to smoke cigarettes and drink and eat meat. So it's not just doing that. It's the vibe that you have. You have to have a positive vibe. You can't have a positive vibe hating. I watched my cousin tell her brother, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And it just sounded real negative coming from her. And we used to tease her about it later on as she got older. Like Nike, just do it. Try is an excuse to fail. Let's say you invited me to a party and I didn't want to go. Oh man, you want to come to my party Saturday? I'll try. That means I really don't want to do it. But if I really want to go and I already had plans, I'll be like, oh man, I already made plans. You know what? I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to do my best to get there. Which one was more sincere? That one or, yeah, I'll try.
I'll try.
That one's more sincere?
No.
I'll try.
No.
I need a desk. I need a desk for a demonstration.
Right here.
You know, you go sit over here and use this
Right
desk.
here.
Here's a perfect example of try. Let's say you're babysitting or you're overseeing a youngster that has homework. All right? I'm play both roles. What's wrong with you? Man, I can't. Man, do your homework. Just try. What? Just try. Okay. Then the person is watching leaves. Come back 10 minutes later. Why you didn't do it? You didn't tell me to do it. Yes, I did. You said try. You tried. You told me to try. I tried. I couldn't do it. I tried. See how y'all act? I tried. Just try. That gave them the excuse not to do it. Now let's rewind that. Man, what's wrong with you? Man, I can't. I tried. Man, do this work. Do it. Come back 10 minutes later. Oh, wow, you did it. Why'd you do it? Because you told me to do it. I wish you would have said try so I could be like, I tried. But they said you told me to do it, so I did it. So watch what you say, because youngsters or anybody will look for an excuse to get out of it. And when you said try, that gave them an excuse to get out of it. When you told him to do it, he had to do it. So what's the phrase?
Do
Do
it.
it.
Just do it.
Like night. Just do it. Do a little housekeeping for me, my brother. Appreciate it. Next. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I've never said this. I already judged myself. So you can judge me all you want to, because I've already judged myself. So unless it's some constructive criticism that I can really use, it's not going to hold any weight anyhow. So go ahead and say what you want. You know what this means? You know what don't judge me means? Let me do what I want and don't say nothing about it. That's what it really means. Let me do what I want and don't say nothing about it. So don't ever say don't judge me. Let them judge you, because you've already judged yourself. You know what you're doing. You know where you are. If you say this, then you haven't been checking yourself. You don't know where you are. And you don't want nobody else to do it because you don't want them to exploit that you don't even have yourself together. So let them judge yourself. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do, so you can let other people judge you all they want. Not gonna sound too bright anyway if they just criticizing you. So it's gotta be constructive. All right, let's move on to the next one. Move on, black man, move on. There's no such thing as an accident. Oh, it was an accident. No, it wasn't. You wasn't watching what you was doing. There was a cause for every effect. There was a cause for everything that happens. Remember that low level of brain capacity, under 10%? That's when you can't figure out what the effect is. You be like, it was an accident. No, it wasn't no accident. Something caused that. When you move to the high level of consciousness, then you can realize what caused it and fix it so it doesn't happen again. Well, let me not do this because I don't want this effect. So make sure I don't do what causes this effect. That's all. There's no accident, a car accident. No, it wasn't. Somebody wasn't watching where they were going. And that's what, this cat went down the one-way street the wrong way. That's what caused the collision. I don't say car accident. It was a collision. There's no accidents in life. Everything happens for a reason. That's just an excuse to fail. Next up, get on my nerves. Get on my nerves. I watched my mom say this when I was young. I watched my sisters pick this up for my mother when they were young. And I watched them, and things easily bothered them because they said this. I never said this. Nobody told me not to. It just sounded real weak-minded to give somebody that much power, plus you're lying. What allowed us to feel when our hands touched? Our
Skin.
What's under the skin?
Nerves.
So why do we say get on my nerves when nobody's touching us? Because they're touching you mentally with words. Okay? So if you build your consciousness up and you build your self-esteem up, then words can't bother you. Words will not bother you. So this is, I told my nephews when they picked it up for my sisters, because they had kids, and I hear my nephew say, I mean, you sound like a woman. But I don't even want to give women the excuse. Nobody needs to say it. But I hear women say this more than anyone. Then when I hear a guy say it, you sound like a woman. But I don't even want to give women excuses. Nobody needs to say it. Don't let nobody get on your nerves or make you sick. Nobody makes me anything. I make myself. The American way is to blame others. Ooh, I ain't never said this one. Sounds like you giving off a whole lot of energy. Oh man, that just sets me off.
It always tells me.
So, this is easy to get rid of. You don't even have to replace it with nothing. Don't say it. Don't let nobody control your emotions. Most of these deal with you controlling your emotions. Us controlling our emotions. We hear elders say it and we pick it up. Don't copy the negative that the elders give. That's why it's so very important that you live. I'm having a bad day. Oh, really? You look mighty healthy. What could possibly be your problem? You can hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. You can walk and talk. What about people that can't do that? They don't even say this. Unless you've lost a loved one or a body part, you're not having a bad day. And even that ain't no excuse, but that's understandable, because you're still living. There's no such thing as a bad day. You're alive. So remove this from your vocabulary. I'm having a great day. Even if a couple of things start off not good, oh, it's just a bad day. No. Cut it off right there, okay? Nothing else negative is gonna happen. If it does, I have the mindset to handle it and flip it into something positive. So don't just accept, oh, it's just a bad day. And then you're gonna invite more negative things to happen. I can't wait till this day is over. Everything's been going wrong. Don't have that mentality. Cut that off. Some say I'm having a bad week as well, and they're having a bad day or week. Same thing. Of course, you know, to replace this one with be quiet. It's easy. Be quiet. I referee some games. Parents fuss. And I still say be quiet instead of shut up. A couple of times I've probably said that to the fans, but most of the time, be quiet. See, so I practice the same thing you guys practice, even out in public, that we ask you. Whatever we ask of you, we do ourselves. Even without this, but you put this in front of it, makes it seem like you're a slave master. Really? My end? I removed this from my vocabulary years ago. I used to quote comedians and say, oh, I'm only saying it if I'm quoting a rap song. But then I replace any rap song that uses this, I replace it with brother instead of igga. I replace it with brother. I met another guy that did that without me even telling him. I said, wow, a younger fellow. I said, wow, you do that too? That's very conscious that you replace that with that. So when I catch you guys saying something derogatory or not cool, it's a song. There ain't no excuse. Just because it's a song. A lot of dysfunctionalism is on songs. You have to decipher what and what not to say, and what you're going to recite, and what you're going to repeat, and what you're going to chant. It sinks into you subliminally. Subliminal messages in songs. And then you run around. I find myself repeating songs that I did not like. But if they play it on the radio over and over again, the next thing you know, you're going to be saying it. Yeah, I got some more that's not up here.
Yeah, I know you got a lot more. So you wanna you could continue to address some others, or if they may have some that they have excluded from their vocabulary, if you want to do that.
An assignment I want to give you all is, other than what I've shown you, I've given you guys this in class before last year, it's sitting in the classroom right now. If there are any other phrases or words that I have omitted, because I'm still writing this book, and I'll be glad to add your intake and your input. If you see any more or know any more words that I left out or phrases that are negative, please submit them to me and elaborate. Now, your homework assignment, or the next time we meet, I want you to hand me papers back. You write down the phrases and words that you say. Write down the negative phrases and words that you say.
I would say no negative phrases.
So, out of all those things that I said, you don't say none of those? You? Do you say any of the word phrases?
No.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I figured as much, and there's nothing wrong with that.
You get one.
Yeah, who'd you get it from?
Mama.
Exactly. Exactly. I told you. We're not slighting women, but women are more emotional than us. And we are supposed to show emotions. There's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with it. If you do it all the time, then we have to deal with that. But every now and then, or if you have to express yourself, you have to cry, let it out. There's nothing wrong with doing that. We think that it's not cool or it's unmanly, it's not macho if you cry. And if you're doing it excessively, then yes. But to show your emotions, that's okay. That's okay. We all have a masculine and feminine side. And we don't mean to act like a woman. When we have sensitivity, that is the feminine part of us. Okay? When a woman has to get tough and do things, that's the masculine side of it. That doesn't mean that she's not a woman. Or you have a question to what's going on?
Oh, yeah, no. Some people say men don't cry. Is that true?
That's someone that's looking to be overly macho and want to suppress their feelings. Now, we don't cry about every little thing, But if you have to show some emotion, then that's okay. If it ain't one thing, it's another. That's a negative statement. We only say it when bad things happen. We don't say it when good things happen. You see? How come we only thank God when good things happen? We need to thank God when so-called bad things happen too, because nothing is really bad or good. Everything is a learning experience. Yes, sir.
We thank God when good things happen because it was God's purpose for that.
Yeah, it's also God's purpose for something bad to happen. What if you're going around acting bad and treating people negative? Don't you think something negative needs to happen to you and to wake you up? So that's God's plan too. Oh yeah, let me teach this person a lesson because they think they can get away with all this.
Karma.
Yes?
Most of the time when bad, I think most of the time when bad stuff happens, well, all the time, that's our choice most of the time. And then when we do bad things and we make that choice, God punishes us.
I don't think when bad things happen to us, it's our choice. I think we caused it with our action, but we're not choosing for something negative to happen to us, but it's gonna build up based on how we perform. Okay, so the thing is, when you're more positive, when you have a positive attribute, like I told you, when you have a positive mindset, it keeps you from getting sick. All right, most of our sicknesses come from our negative thoughts. And things teach us to have negative thoughts. They don't want us to be positive. If you're driving on the freeway and you see all these billboards, what are they advertising? What are they advertising?
How to stop cancer. Home Depot.
Really? Most of the things they're advertising is selling products and encouraging us to consume things that destroy us, cigarettes and alcohol and tobacco.
McDonald's.
Yes, fast food.
Movies.
What if they had the billboards we riding by? How many people have you said that you love them today? How many positive thoughts have you had? How many negative thoughts have you had? How many smiles have you given your people? What if we were riding around looking at that instead of what we see? Society would be better. Yes, sir.
The billboards also have numbers for engineers. They have numbers for engineers.
Oh, for you can call to become one?
No, you can
lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to touch on something. First of all, thank you for the presentation because it gave us a lot of words that we want to exclude from our vocabulary. When you were giving a presentation, I was thinking about when I was in, there was a college class that I took, it was a psychology class, and in there was a article that we read by author and Carolyn Statz. And what they did was they had black children, and then they had white children, Chinese, whatever. They had all these different races in here. And then what they did was they paired ugly with like black, or dirty with black, or thug with black, or these negative things. And then for the other races, they would say things positive. And what they noticed is after the survey, they found out that the children felt negatively about the black people and the brown people. They paired negative things with those words.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because it reminds me of a few more words. Go ahead.
My mom showed me that, like a video of that, of those kids talking about how like they would ask a white baby, you have a little white baby doll and a black baby doll, and they were saying the black baby doll was dirty, and I was saying which one's better and which one's nicer, and all the kids said white, even the black kids.
Yeah, it's a subliminal effect. Ugly is on my list. No one is ugly. Ugly is an attitude. I've never called anyone ugly in my whole life. I might have thought it, but I didn't say it. It shows no class to sit up and call someone ugly. And I grew up seeing females compliment each other. Oh, she's cute. Oh, what she's wearing is cute. But I never heard no dude talk about another dude's looks until I started working in the hood. Then I started hearing it a lot. Oh man, this is ugly. So what if he's not? You gonna say he looks good? If you're not gonna say that part, don't say the other part. Ugly is an attitude. If you act ugly, then that's what makes you ugly. Okay, so remove calling somebody ugly from your vocabulary. Also, I'm stressed. I'm stressed out. I'm stress-free for the rest of my life. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Ow! You gotta be stress-free. Alleviate stress, because that causes problems too. That's what leads people to smoking cigarettes, because they want to relieve stress. You know, don't ever do anything to relieve stress unless you're meditating, okay? We're supposed to meditate. Right now, you're sitting there breathing like this. That's too much. We're supposed to take a deep breath, fill our stomach up, and slowly exhale, slowly pushing our stomach in, and exhale for 20 seconds. And then do it again. You do that 3 times, what's 3 times 20? 60 seconds is a minute. Okay, 3 breaths per minute raises our brain capacity level up. When you're taking all these short breaths, it lowers our brain capacity. The deeper breaths we can take, it extends our lifespan. Yes?
Reason why like people drink like alcohol and stuff like that is because they want to escape the stress of reality.
Escaping reality. That's not going to make it go away. After you sober up, the problems are still there. So why do that? Why do that? You see all of the problems it causes. Here's another term. When you make a mistake, what do you say when you want people to take it easy on you? Well, I'm not perfect, and nobody's perfect. Nobody says you was perfect. Number 2, yes you are. Everyone's perfect. You know why? Because we're in a perfect opportunity to grow as a, oh, people ain't perfect, only God perfect. I don't mean that way. I don't mean as if we're not going to make mistakes. We're born to make mistakes and learn from them, right? Yes. We're born to make mistakes and learn. But the thing is, you want to learn from that mistake the first time. You don't want to keep going through the same mistake over and over again. That's like flunking a grade. You got to go repeat the 4th grade because you didn't get it the first time. Would you rather learn from other people's mistakes, or would you rather have to go through them yourself?
Learn from other people's mistakes.
I'd rather learn from others, but some lessons you must learn by going through it yourself. Sometimes it resonates more when you go through it, rather watching somebody, oh man, I saw them do that, so I should have learned from them. Look at what they did to them, but I went and did it anyway. Well, I really know now. Yes, sir? Patrick. I thought you had a question. I'm disappointed. Okay, when you don't have any money, what's the... I'm broke. Really? You don't have a cast on? Nothing's broke, because if a truck came by here and said, I need all this stuff unloaded, these boxes, nothing's more than 10 pounds, I need about 4 or 5 guys, I'll pay you $50 each, I need it done in 10 minutes. If you got crutches, you broke, now you can't do it, but if nothing's broke, then you can do it, so you ain't broke. You're just financially curious. You want to figure out how to make some money, but remove I'm broke from your vocabulary, because you're not broke and nothing's broke. That is a negative term. You can turn around. What if you, man, you got no money, you got your head down. Opportunities to make money coming your way, but your head down, you don't see the opportunity. That's why I walk with my head up. I ain't got no money, but I still feel good. Oh, this is an opportunity. Oh, this is. One time, you guys, I was going to Harvard College. I didn't have no money. Junior college. So I walked from Harvard College to Carson. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay, it was in the afternoon, toward the evening. So I went over to one of my dad's ex-girlfriend's house. She gave me $5. I lived in Hawaiian Gardens, miles away. So the buses from Carson to Long Beach, there was one bus, the Carson Circuit. It stopped running after a certain time. So I walked from Carson to Long Beach so I can get on the Long Beach Transit and take it down to Lama to Hawaiian Gardens. So I was hungry. So I took that $5 and went to Jack in Box and got me a Jumbo Jack special back on my meat eating days. And ate that sitting there. So I kept walking down to Lama. Kept walking. Got to Lakewood. I saw a sign in the Domino's Pizza, hiring. I went and filled out the application. Kept walking. Walked on home. Legs was hurt. Felt, all the getting in shape or whatever. They called me for the job. Now, if I was in the car, would I have stopped and asked them, let me go fill out this? No. If I was on the bus, would I have got off the bus to go fill out the application? No. But the fact that I was walking allowed me to go in there and get that job. So instead of, oh man, walk with your head up, and there's an opportunity right there. You see, society wants us to stay on a low level of consciousness so they can control us. They don't want us thinking for yourself. We think for ourselves, now we're going to get labeled militant, a rebel, non-conformist, all of these things. So while we're here in this country, we must learn to play the game. You got to do both, right? You can be corporate when you're at your job. Then when you get away from your job, then you can be street. You got to be both. Some people are streetwise and not business-wise. Some people are business-wise and not streetwise. Use your uncommon sense. Because if it was common, the world would be a better place. What does that mean? Use your uncommon sense. It ain't common sense no. It ain't common to use sense no more. Because most people don't use their sense. So use your uncommon sense. Because if it was common, the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question. I know we're dealing with about 10 or 15 more minutes left. You're dealing with words, and I know at the very beginning we talked about how words can build or destroy. Can you touch on, I know a lot of us, especially as brothers, we like to, when we were coming up, they called it bagging. Or they call it playing the dozens. I think with my parents' generation, I think y'all might call it ranking. I don't know what y'all call it now. There's so many different terms we use. But, what'd you say? Trash talking, or there's all kinds of different, but there's a time when we can clown with each other, but then when it comes to be demeaning, I want you to kind of talk about the difference between demeaning and us just, having fun with each other. What's your position on the whole bagging situation?
Well, if you think about who it is you're talking about, you have to know how they're going to react, because some people can take it and some can't. Now, to be light about it, you can just talk about certain mannerisms that somebody have, but you get personal and start talking about their family, maybe talk about something they're really uncomfortable with, then you're crossing the line. Okay, and that's a very delicate situation, but everybody thinks it's cool to degrade people. We need to make it cool to uplift people. You see? It's fun to degrade us, but it's not fun to uplift us. So that's what we need to change. Okay? Now you can still get in a few little digs here and there, but still uplift the brothers, compliment the brothers. You see? That's about all I say.
And I hear you say, like some of your students that I've witnessed one of your students saying something negative about the other student, and you say something positive about him, or say something positive about her. And that's something we probably got to do more of.
And that's that book one that you guys dealing with that. And that's why Sister wanted you all to read that book. She was talking to us about it. She said, I feel like it's a good read, and I feel like, the youth of those ages will need that so they can be reminded to treat their peers and classmates with respect. Respect everybody, man, so they can have an experience that they can remember. A good thing when they think about school. I think about my childhood and I smile. Even though my parents divorced, I still had a good childhood. I made the most of it. I could dwell on the negative, but that's not cool to do. And you see, it keeps us on a low vibe. So, yeah, I love my childhood. And I hope you all love yours too. Most people you talk to don't like the childhood. And I didn't realize that, but once I talked to them, I found out that more people didn't like their childhood than I knew. And that's vital to your life. You can say one negative thing and they'll hold on to it for the rest of their life. You gotta say 100 positive things for somebody to feel positive about you. You say one negative thing, they'll hold on to that for the rest of your life. My uncle barked at my cousin and she held on to that. And even though he come to visit and everybody be happy, like, why you ain't? Yeah, what's wrong? Yeah, when I was 10, he snapped at me and I never got over it. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold that against them. It's a mindset, you all. It's a mindset. Just like when you receive a blow from your parents, you're getting chastised. If you get hit by somebody physically and they didn't mean to do it, you can shake it off. By the same token, if you get fussed at by your parents and they don't hit you, but they bark you down and you know you're wrong, that can make you cry and feel bad. You don't want your parents upset at you. So it's not necessarily the physical blow, it's the mental behind it. One time, my dad was fussing at Milo, and I wanted to ask him something. So instead of me waiting till he was done, I'm like, Dad. He ignored me, kept fussing at me. Dad. He kept fussing at me like, Dad. He turned around and lifted his fist up and paused, and I'm sitting there like, I know he ain't fitting to hit me because I didn't do nothing wrong. And boom, he hit me. And I ain't even cried because I wasn't wrong. Like, what you hit me for? And I, made sure I didn't cry because I didn't feel like I did nothing wrong. So later on, he apologized. And I said, yeah, me too, Dad. I realized what you was doing and I needed to leave you alone until you was cool. So I learned my lesson. I didn't hold it against him. He gonna hit me for it. I didn't do nothing. And I'm mad at him for the next couple of months or years. Yes, sir.
What were you gonna ask him?
I don't remember that. I was in 10th grade. I don't remember that. That's all. And send them love. Don't send hate. Send love. Like I said, when you send hate, it depletes your energy. When you send love, it comes back to you. You send hate, it comes back to you. So what do you want to come back to you? My dad changed, well, I'll be, how people, something bad happened to you, you say, well, I'll be, D-A-M-M-E-D, I'll be, we changed it to, well, I'll be blessed. Would you rather be blessed or damned? Which one would you rather be? Okay, so a lot of people would laugh at him, but we started saying it after that, and it stuck. Took that whooping. When I know I'm wrong, then I take the whooping. If I know I'm right, even if I can't win, I feel like I'm not gonna lose. One time in 7th grade in Carson, they had this little pipsqueak boy that was going around terrorizing the 7th graders. I said, I hope he don't mess with me. I'm in my locker. And one day it was my turn for the rites of passage. Yeah, this is my rites of passage. You got to overcome certain obstacles and lessons. So he was a little pipsqueak. I knew I could take him. I said, I'm going to beat this, and I beat him up. And then it was like, man, you don't know who that was? I said, who? That's Spooky, brother. Who's Spooky? Spooky, the big gangster in VP. He going to come get you. I'm like, for what? He started with me. He better not come get me. And I didn't know who he was, and I wasn't afraid because I wasn't wrong in my mind because he started it. And I never heard from Spooky except other people bringing him up. He never messed with me. So I'd have been ready for him, pick up something. You can win a fight without throwing a blow. I want to fight like that in 9th grade. I didn't realize it at the time, but as I thought about it later, I won. In fact, I thought about it some more. I received a blow and still won and didn't throw a punch. I'll tell you what happened. Morris Casey went to 9th grade. He was another pipsqueak. If you're watching Morris, what's up? But anyway, I was just like I am now. Personality, making people laugh in class and stuff. Not too bad by the 9th grade. Wasn't disruptive to get in trouble. So we in home economics class. It's not just for kiddos, for women. So we in there learning how to cook and learning household kitchen appliances and stuff. And so one day, I'm making people laugh and I look over at Morris and he's just like hating. He hates. I'm like, all right, whatever. So whatever happened, we squared off. And I was like, ooh, I'm about to tear this. They grabbed both of us. But they grabbed me first. And he got a little clink. He got a little punch in. And I was like, ooh, let me go. I wasn't fazed by it. But I never got to swing at it. And that was it. So after that, nobody said, ooh, he leaked you. Or ooh, he got you. And then after that, he left me alone. He didn't bother me no more. Why he wasn't like, oh yeah, I got a hit in you? Because he saw that it didn't faze me and I was ready to get it. So you fight somebody to leave you alone. He left me alone, didn't bother me no more. I'm like, you know what? I won. And I didn't need it for my ego, but I won that fight. I didn't feel like I had to go get him for punch for hitting me. Now, if he had leaked me and they was like, ooh, then maybe I would have felt that way, maybe not. By the same token, my homie was teasing the way this dude looked, just to me. The guy didn't see him, so then I was doing it at lunch, and the dude saw me, and he ended up stealing on me. And I took the blow, because I was wrong. I was walking around with a ice pack on where he lumped me up, and they was like, oh man, he caught you. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have been messing with it. I'll take that. And I didn't feel no sure. You got to learn your lessons in life. Make sure that you're right, and that way you won't feel like you need to take that behind with you.
And I can always edit that out in case Spooky is looking at the video.
With Spooky grown now, so I respect he would have matured. I don't know about Morris Casey though. Yeah, man. So life is easy. Life is like a basketball game. I'm gonna end it with this. Life is like a basketball game. Okay? Let's say you go up for a shot and they block your shot and knock it out of bounds and everybody, ooh. If I ain't got no confidence in myself, I feel shy. I'm gonna be putting my head down. Now every chance I get to shoot, if I see that person, I'm gonna pass it off. I lost my confidence. But if my attitude is, oh, that wasn't nothing. Watch this, and I get the ball again, I go up, they go to block it, I move it out the way, switch hands and make it ooh, and took the block shot for me to make the other move, so it wasn't bad. But if I took it like it's bad, now I ain't gonna be able to evolve. So you need your shot block in order to be able to make different moves. How am I gonna know what to do if nobody can test me? Okay? So if they play you hard, then now I'm ready for all the obstacles in life. Let's say you got one job and you get fired from that job. Oh man, I got fired now, I ain't gonna make some money. But if you know how to do 10 different things, oh, that ain't nothing. I got multiple sources of income. You got checks coming in from work that you did that you forgot about. You come, oh yeah, that's the one I did that. Oh yeah, that's the one I did this. Multiple sources of income. Don't rely on one job. Oh, I could use my left or my right. Oh yeah, look, he can't use his right. So everybody sits on my left side and make me go right. Dribble it out of bounds. But if you're using either hand, you making passes with both hands, they ain't gonna know which hand you're. You making right hand layups, left hand, which hand is he? They do the scouting report. Yeah, he go left every time. Make him go right. You know, sometimes I'm coaching. I'm like, watching the offense of the other team. Everything's on the right side. Timeout. And y'all, defense, force them to the left side. Force them to the left. Play them to now they can't run their offense because they only practicing one way. I watch players go up, have a left hand open layup, but they gonna run to the right side because they ain't worked on their left hand. Defense right here. The left is open. But you gonna run over here because you ain't worked on this? So be balanced. Be balanced. So my brothers, as we wind up this school year, I want you all to finish strong. Finish strong. Wherever you are in your assignments, it's okay. You can get it done if you want to. You want to remain lazy? You could do that too. It's your choice. But your grades will reflect. All right? Once again, I am Brother Pratt.
Brother Pratt. Everybody come to the front.